Hey everyone. We are going to be watching not really a movie, but two episodes of an OVA. Because there are only two goddamn episodes of this thing. This is Battle Arena Toshinden. This is based off of the video games. Yeah. Uh, it's pretty awful. It's really goddamn awful. I'm gonna go ahead and let the video game introduce this because these two episodes don't do shit to really introduce you to what's going on. So this is promotional material essentially, and they're really counting on the fact that you have played the first two games, know what the hell is going on, and yeah, they're just gonna run with this and hope that you know what's happening. I have no idea why they thought this was a good idea.
Oh, sorry to have kept you waiting. One of the things I take pleasure in is seeing little children smile. Another thing I take pleasure in is seeing these covered with blood.
Okay, so let me introduce him because, the movie's not gonna fucking do it. So this is Fo Fei. He is apparently, let's just go off this. He's apparently 106 years old, 5 feet tall, weighs 106 pounds. That's weird. And although he plays the role of a kindly magician, he is said to have put thousands of people to death. Well, he doesn't do that here.
Careful, old fool.
What?
Is this the extent of your power?
You watch your tongue!
Like this!
It can't be! He's using my technique!
So we've been introduced to these people. Don't worry, you're not going to see Foe again until the end. They're all kind of pointless characters in this. If I had never played the games before and just picked this thing up to watch it, I wouldn't want to play the games. But that's just me. Anyway, AliExpress Ryu has something he wants to tell us.
The Toshin tournament. I haven't forgotten, Gaia.
Okay, so this is basically what happened at the end of the first game. I'm just gonna skip over their dialogue because I just don't feel like dealing with it. So you basically have these two people. One of them is wearing a Ryu outfit that his mom made him for Halloween. The other one is wearing this Wolfgang Krauser outfit, which I think is pretty good. I think Krauser, if he ever came back, should have actually worn this. But, whatever. So, yeah, they fight, kind of, and then this guy Chaos shows up, and he defeats Gaia, who's the Wolfgang Krauser guy. I'm sorry. I keep falling back on better fighting games. I'm not really sure why. But yeah, this is basically what happened at the end of the first game, and then we move on to the second one. Hooray. Oh, sorry, 1 second. I need to figure out who that guy is and let you know again. Going off the picture here, I'm gonna say that's Mondo. He is 42 years old. He's 5'10". I'm sure that's what he tells people to cover up the fact that he's 5'6". He weighs 146 pounds, and Mondo is Mondo is the strongest warrior in the feared yokai clan. Great. Well, he gets his ass kicked. Well, I'm glad that AliExpress Ryu and, Bargain Basement Ken over here are telling us what's going on, because I would have had no idea otherwise. And don't worry, if you think the voice acting is bad in the few clips that I've shown, it's gonna get worse. A lot worse.
Now Mondo's been attacked. There's no doubt about it now. The top Toshin fighters have got to be on someone's hit list.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
I don't know what you're doing. God. Let me just figure out who you are really quick, and then maybe we'll figure out what you're doing there. Aside from getting your ass kicked. That is... Okay. That is Rungo Iron. He is 30 years old. He's 6'4" and 200 pounds. That seems oddly small, to be perfectly honest. Whatever, though. He is a North American miner with a giant's strength and a heart of gold. He's just trying to protect his family. Why the hell he gets pulled into this, I have no idea. By the way, the Toshin tournament is invitation only, so I have no idea how they found these people. I'm guessing, the King of Fighters tournament got filled up. The Street Fighter tournament, that thing got filled up. Whatever Guilty Gear's tournament hadn't been invented yet, because this was 95. The Tekken tournament, that was all filled up. And these guys were just sort of, the rejects of every other fighting game that was actually good. I'm sure that's going to upset the fans of this, but I'm sorry. Kind of. Not really.
Hey, you guys!
It's Sophia!
That is not Sophia's voice. It can't be Sophia's voice because Sophia is Russian. She's a Russian secret agent with an American accent. So I guess she's a really good secret agent because she's apparently lost her fucking Russian accent. Maybe that happened when they mind controlled her. By the way, the organization mind controlled her. That happened in the first movie, which you're never going to see because it doesn't exist. So remember how I said they mind controlled her? Well, they do it again, because that's just kind of a thing that they can do. They just up and mind control her, and she decides to do this. And almost kills him. I mean, I really wish he had. And he magically gets dressed. Well, both of them do. They magically get dressed, and it turns out Sophia's a dominatrix. And then we kind of get a fight scene. And, yeah, it's not terrible, the fight between Sophia and, EG, or as I've dubbed him, AliExpress Ryu. Also Discount Ryu, Bargain Basement Ryu, Poor Man's Terry, and just a whole bunch of other ones. It's actually more Poor Man's Joe Higashi than anything else. That's probably mean. It's more like a homeless man's Joe Higashi. Yeah, I'm gonna go with homeless man's Joe Higashi. That's probably better. I'll most likely forget that as I continue doing this whole thing. Anyway, homeless man Joe Higashi fights his brother's clone. By the way, his brother is still just missing somewhere. He doesn't seem too worried about it because he spends most of this not really looking for him. Whatever. This is such a weird set of episodes that they should have made this longer. I think if they had, actually started at the first game, it would have been better. Kind of. Maybe. No, I don't know. This is just such a weird series to begin with. it started out with so much promise, and then they just kind of gave up on it. Like, Sony stopped publishing it, it went back to the original developer, and yeah, I'm gonna be nice to the game here. As I stop talking about the god-awful anime and just start talking about the game here, I hated this game. If I played it back in 95, it probably would have been great, but playing it now, I don't get it. I think it's just absolute crap. But, oh well. Anyway, back to the anime. Yeah, so the second half of this is them fighting chaos. And, it doesn't get any better, by the way. These felt so much longer than just like 23 minutes. It's really, really annoying. So, Chaos and Gaia go to a circus, which sounds like the start to a really bad joke. Anyway, they go there because apparently Ellis is there, and Ellis happens to be Gaia's daughter somehow. That's never explained. Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. Anyway, she gets poisoned, and it's a poison that nobody's ever heard of, and they need to go find a cure for it, which the organization has the cure for it, so just whatever. So they need to go to the organization's base in order to cure Ellis, and also defeat the bad guys, and, I don't know, save Narnia or whatever.
I don't buy any of this. There's something very weird about this case.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to... She's not in the first game, so let's just go to the second one here, and... God damn it. I don't have the manual for that. So, actually it might say on the back here. Let's look it up here. Tracy. Her name is Tracy, I hope. She is apparently I believe a New York police officer or an LA police officer, which is definitely not where they're at. So she's way out of her jurisdiction. And she's probably the best character in this stupid frickin' set of OVAs, and she only shows up in the second one. Which actually isn't that bad. She didn't show up in the first, but that's okay. She's also incredibly out of uniform.
I want some answers. Are you gonna tell me what's going on?
I mean, he's gonna tell you what's going on, but it's gonna be stupid, and you're gonna get roped into some bullshit that you don't actually want to be involved in. I'm sorry, Tracy. You deserved better than this. Okay, so our heroes... Sure. So our heroes are going to go and break into the organization's base, and they're going to kill the bad guy, and they're going to fight a bunch of putties. Sure. And they're going to eventually, save the day. Kind of. And thankfully they have Sophia there because she knows where the hidden base is. So while a homeless Joe Higashi and Ken's stunt double go off to fight the big bad guys here, they leave everyone else to deal with the putties. They're essentially putties. And then they fight them and everything else. And you get some of the most hilarious things that you could possibly get. And yeah, it is kind of funny. Also, they don't introduce some of the people that show up. Like Duke. Duke's there. Do you know who Duke is? Because I didn't, until I started watching this and then played the games again, and then I got reintroduced with, the character Duke, and I regretted my life decisions.
Yeah! We've got to hold them here until Eiji and Kai return! No big deal. This is just a light workout for me anyway!
Something's coming.
So we checked in with the JV team. Now let's see what... I can't really call them the varsity team. I don't know. Maybe I set the first team too high. Maybe they should have been lower. Oh well. Anyway, we check in with our heroes and see how they're doing. And they come up with a really stupid strategy which just made me want to pull my hair out.
What's so tough then? Just give them something they never expect! Shoulder crush!
Hey, that's my move! Gaia, attack him using someone else's technique!
It's a temporary solution. Once he absorbs the data, we'll be helpless once again.
So you can just copy each other's moves here. Okay. I mean, I guess they know the magic words. They're at least calling them out by name, so that's probably where half of the hard part comes in. Just yelling out these stupid things. I really don't understand this. Oh, God. So they end up beating Chaos, which is probably a good thing that he went down so easy, since he wasn't the final boss in the game anyway. So he's gone, and then they go and try to find the cure, and it's really stupid. There's so many other ways I wish this had ended, and all of them involved our heroes dying, but unfortunately they don't.
Call me Queen!
Look, I'm not calling some reject who couldn't get into Soul Calibur Queen. You got a long way to go, little missy, if you expect anyone to call you Queen. Your little whip isn't gonna make anybody do anything. So anyway, they find the cure, defeat Uranus, blah blah blah. Let's get a rundown of what our heroes are doing and just what's gonna happen next.
Thanks to all of you. You really helped me out.
We were just paying them back for what they did to us.
After all, we'll all be fighting each other again at some point.
And soon.
I'd like to take you on anytime. Are you guys saying that you're not all friends?
That's right. You really can't call us friends. At least not in the same sense.
And the next time we meet, we'll be mortal enemies.
Thank God that's over. Okay, so those two 23-minute episodes, at least I think they were 23 minutes, including the credits, so it wasn't even that long. That was kind of supposed to be promotional material to, I guess, get people hyped up for Battle Arena Toshinden 3. I have no idea why they called this Battle Arena Toshinden. It should have been called Battle Arena Toshinden 2. Just do what Street Fighter did, ignore the first game entirely, just move on with the second game and whatnot. They didn't do that, but whatever. So we're left with this, and oh my God, I don't really understand why they really did it. If you look at the Street Fighter and you look at the Fatal Fury movies we watched, those did an actual good job of setting up the characters, explaining their motivations, telling you what was going on. This one, it was just kind of like, hey, we got our two people and we want to push them. Here are all the other ones that we never bothered to introduce you to. Have a great day. Jesus Christ. So yeah, we went from good anime to just shit. And I shouldn't say that because you can tell the animators cared, the people who actually did everything in this cared. And then I feel like they pulled a troll too, and they went to a town and just found some Americans and said, read this script exactly how it should be read. And they just kind of ignored where all of the people are from and that sort of thing. This one is really bad. So I need something to kind of wash the taste of this out of my mouth. I think next time we're going to be watching The Wizard. That one should be, a little bit more